What's going on, everyone? This is the Fraser podcast with Jared Quay Campbell, comedian, football player. Just finished, did his podcast, or not his podcast, his
Taping.
live show or
Yeah,
taping.
yeah.
How did that go?
It was good. I did longer than I should. I was killing them. I was giving them fucking hell for about 30 minutes. And then a couple jokes slipped. And then I started forgetting stuff. And I would say the second half of it was, I was doing too long. Like if I'd have got out there, be like, yo, we need more of that guy. But I did too long. So I'm going to cut it short. And the version you'll see, you'd be like, we need more of that guy. But just know the people that were there were like, nah, there was a couple jokes that didn't hit.
But I mean, that's kind of like, I think every comedian, some jokes, like watching a stand-up show, I don't think all jokes hit, So
My standard for greatness is higher than what you would perceive on me, bro. It's Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Chris Rock, me. All right? Don't put me down with those other guys, all right?
I'm just shocked that you put Chris Rock ahead of Dave Chappelle.
I didn't put I was naming four greats. I didn't put them in order.
You kind of did with your hands. People, if they can't see, you did like
well,
a
that's
hand.
because I didn't want to make it the exact same. You have to change for every name. Okay. Jesus, you know the rules of comedy?
I was gonna say like how I got people are like, oh, you got to keep your kids off social media. It's like a big craze these days. I don't know. I just think it's weird because I know pedos, they're gonna pedo, like if they're looking at kids, my kid on TikTok or your kid on Instagram.
I thought you were saying your kids not watching social media. You're talking about pictures of your kids on TikTok.
Yes.
Be some fucking fat guy on his computer eating ice cream going, oh, it's a sexy baby.
Yeah, look at Lukai's toes.
This is gonna sound bad and make your mom not happy. This is a real thing, but it made it a joke. So apparently, when my daughter wears her shirts to school, I'm not supposed to post her video because then people will know where she goes to school. And that means that somebody who wants to see her will know where to find her at. And then you get danger. And I realized in order to stop child pedos, you have to think like a child pedo to understand what they may be thinking. Because I had no idea. I'm such a regular guy that I'm like, oh, no one would ever think that. But here I am posting my daughter with that shirt on and take that down. And so I do understand that. And yeah, I wasn't as attractive of a kid. I mean, I probably was, but for some reason I wasn't desired. But I know my kids, I know there's some weird people that want them. So I got to be better defense. I got to be John Wick of defense. You too.
Yeah. I think I get it. I wouldn't want to post their location and where we are, but like a video of him on TikTok. I don't know. I just feel like if there's some weird guy looking at like fully clothed humans or children, I mean, I don't know. I think it's flattering that he would choose my son is all I'm saying. It's kind of like, if he's going to do it, it's kind of like, at least it's my son is like the most handsome baby you've ever seen. So these fucking weirdos, they're going to be weirdos regardless. It's kind of like, how many women do you think maybe think about you when they're like, that's a weird thought, or men, maybe a lot, Jared. How cool would that be?
I don't know. I never thought of that number. I would hope it's higher than I think, but at the end of the day, I think the number's relatively low.
But still flattering, I guess, is my point, right? Like, it's, I don't know.
If you post the location of your son, I'm gonna kidnap your baby, man. He's cute. Not for like anything malice. I just want to raise a good party kid, man. He seems like a good kid to have around, man. Laughs at my jokes. He's good. He's like, yeah, Dad, let's finish watching. I'll let him watch R-rated movies. He was like, yeah, let's watch Me, Myself, and Irene again.
Yeah. Look, that's the R-rated movie you went to. Like, oh my
Myself
God.
and Irene is hilarious, but it's definitely R-rated. I wish I could show my kid, but I'm like, nah, it's too much.
I'm trying to remember what made it R-rated.
He has 3 kids that are cursing every word because they watch Pryor as a kid, but they're smart, so they just curse and they're smart. And there's a whole scene where she has sex with him with a dodo. I mean, you made me say it out loud. Yeah, this movie's not very kid friendly.
Yeah. Speaking of the dildo, I think the hot dog eating contest, 2 things. 1 is disgusting. 2, the hot dog eating contest, I hope you're listening, Nathan's. It needs to be eating a full hot dog like in the bun. There's none of this like eating the dog, then dipping like the hot dog in water. No props. Just eat it like you're supposed to eat a hot dog. It's not fair to just be doing this weird. I don't know. I think it's just dumb. I think you have to eat the whole hot dog as it comes. Ideally, even at least 2 condiments, and you got to put the condiments on real quick, or someone else does. This isn't like it's not a sport if you're just eating the tube, a little throat bullet followed by a bun soaked in water. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, bro, that's how I eat my hot dogs too. You can't eat a glizzy, people call you gay. So I gotta like take the dog, eat that real fast, and then dip the bun. Because if you eat a whole hot dog, like that's a bit much. The whole open wide, that's a bit much, bro.
I don't know. I think it's even more disgusting. You be like fisting 2-3 dogs down your throat real quick. I mean, that's kind of weird.
Do your hand movement one more time. How you do?
That's how they be doing it on the hot dog eating contest. They're just
Like
throwing
that.
stuff.
Joey Chestnut's not doing it like that, bro.
He does. He's insane.
Joey Chestnut is the closest thing we got to Chuck Norris. I don't know if I didn't watch it, but apparently he, in the middle of eating his hot dogs, went and choked out a protester as he was eating hot dogs. Is that not Chuck Norris?
Yeah, that's true. He is Chuck Norris. I forgot he did that. Speaking of protests, let's keep this party going. Elon, a new political party. How exciting is that? Like a third party.
That a South African wants to create the American Party.
That's how bad politics are in this country. That's how bad the left and the right are. They're so awful. A guy from South Africa, a white dude from South Africa, is coming to start a whole new political party, calling it the American Party.
I'm all for it, though, because it seems to me like it's a split in the how we destroy poor people party. And I feel like the more they split, the harder it is for them to defeat us. So, let them fight each other and then fight us,
Yeah, I'm with you. So I don't know. I'm excited for that. Do you think he'll pull it off? He's got the money, right, and the resources.
I don't like your response, man. I made that about rich people versus poor people, and you didn't be like, hell yeah. You were like, oh, yeah. Which means you're on the other side, Fraser. You're a rich guy.
No, I think that is just common knowledge. It didn't even...
What would he have to politic on? All right, what could he say to make you part of the American Party? What if it was like, yo, I believe that every man should have 3 bad bitches, 3 OnlyFans models? I feel
like that's like one of Trump's thing. He's like, no Mexicans, OnlyFans, Epstein list. I'm going to show you what's out there, and I'm going to release it. And then he's like, oh, no, I'm not anymore. I tricked you.
No. His is definitely like, I guess what Trump's world is if you're rich, there's no rules, which I feel like is good. Like watching Diddy go through all that as a billionaire, I'm like, what's the point of having $1 billion if you don't got no immunity from shit like this? And I think Trump's like, yo, once you get $1 billion, bro, ain't no prison for you, ain't no court dates for you. If you get caught in some shit, I'm gonna get you out. Honestly, I don't know if this is true, but they said if you got somebody in jail, if you give Trump like $10 million, you can get him out of jail. Pardon.
That makes. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it for a second. I can't wait. I hope there's a tell-all book from Trump in 20 years where he's like, I guess he'll be dead, but just here's exactly what happened. I guess really any politician.
His version of if I did it, this is how I would do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what OJ did. He was like, if I did it, this is how I would have done. I definitely wouldn't have had no small ass glove.
And I mean, you brought up Diddy too. I feel like Diddy is like just like OJ, where he definitely did awful, terrible things, but they just, I don't know, they should have gone after him for assault on Cassie, not this other trafficking.
I don't know how I felt. I felt like as black people, we were supposed to be excited that Diddy kind of got a short and reduced sentence. Like it was our OJ moment, and I don't feel like I was ready to do dance moves. Like you ever watch footage of when OJ got not guilty? Like people was getting a robot and shit. Michael Jackson was out there doing the moonwalk, and Diddy got off, and it was more or less like, I mean, to be honest with you, if he's gonna be out though, I would like him to do more like less gay, more fun freak offs. Like, let's be honest, you got invited to a freak off. It was just like, yo, we got a bunch of baby oil, a bunch of bad women. We're gonna let you leave it with some cash. How you like that, Playboy? Take that. I would do it. I'd be like, all right, Diddy, you got to cover yourself up. You got to be
I don't think so, man. I think he's got to be there. That's part of the freak off. He's organizing the game. You got to play with his tools.
But like in a weird way, as an athlete, I don't want to be a coach on the sideline. I want to be a coach in the player's box. So like, I know he's watching, but I don't want to see in my peripherals. Is that
you want like an offensive coordinator?
Yeah, he's in the box. He's like, yeah. Hey, lift her leg up, Playboy.
You got like an earpiece in? That's perfect.
That's fine. I just don't want to see him next to me. And, you got to worry about him jumping in.
You never know. He might just come down from the press box. How do you feel, since we're on famous people, famous people dying, like aside from Kobe actually I felt like a little bit of sadness, but like a soccer player, Diego Jota, just passed, and condolences to his family. It's awful, all that stuff. But I just hate's a strong word, but when everyone cares when celebrities die, when like I googled it, I think a person from hunger dies every 4 seconds. So since I started this topic, like 3 people have died from hunger in the world, but we like lose our minds when a celebrity dies. I think it's insane. I never want anyone to post RIP to someone they don't know ever again, unless they truly impacted them in like some magnificent way. But I don't know. I feel it's like feel sorry for me because I liked this person or I'm a fan of this team.
All right. 2 takes. A,
Hmm.
you know how like sometimes you just want to take pictures with famous people because you're like, oh, that person's famous. We take a picture.
Mhm.
I feel like that's why you take those pictures, just in case they die, you have something to post. I thought that was the reason. You're like, oh shit, you know.
My guy. Like when
Yeah.
people went to Hawaii and they like would post, "Oh, RIP to Hawaii's fires." Like last time I was there on vacation. Like, no, bitch, it's not the time to show your summer vacation photos in
That's
Maui.
why you
Shut
gotta
up.
look good in them photos. Whenever you take a picture of a celebrity, you gotta make sure you look good because when they
Yeah,
die, that's gonna be the one. I had a couple pictures with Kobe. I had to let them bitches off, man.
that's fair. I mean, you also at least interviewed Kobe, not some people like I was the Laker fan one time.
Kobe's actually deaf hurt. I think another
Mm.
argument is the amount of times you say someone's name in your actual mouth, the more you feel like you know them, and that hurts.
Hmm.
And everybody had Kobe argument. Everybody was like, Kobe's up
Hmm.
there with LeBron. Kobe this, Kobe that. So that hurts. When's the last time you said Diego Rivera, right? You ain't never said that
It's
name.
not Diego Rivera, but it's Diego Jota. He's as famous probably as Kobe in Europe. Maybe not, but
I ain't never argued his name, so that's why I don't feel it. I didn't even know he died.
I know. I get it. But people, I mean, yeah. I just think it's enough. You don't know these people. Stop celebrity loving to that extent that their death has an impact on you. But I will say, because Kobe
Michael
made me love
Jackson,
basketball. So
Michael
that's
Jackson's affected me too.
that's
That was.
fair.
I felt like I lost a family member when Michael Jackson died. I was like, they lying. They lying. He ain't.
uh, movies. Oh, we haven't talked since. Sinners is a okay movie, but I mean, saying it's great is just
It's
I
an
don't know.
amazing movie. I just feel like non-black people are like, it's not us. We can't love it.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think you're like how I am with Canadian sports. I'm like anything and everything Canada, no matter what's the greatest thing ever. That's like you with anytime what's his name, the producer creates a movie, you're like, it's the greatest thing and Michael B. Jordan's in
Bro,
it. It's the greatest movie of all time.
that movie is good on aspects outside of race. It's a great movie. The only reason people don't like it is because I mean, let's be honest. If you took that whole cast and you made it Tom Cruise with it playing 2 roles, and you made the villain uh, Denzel Washington, you would be like, "This is the best movie ever. This is the best movie ever."
I think it's like a good movie, but it's just like I was excited to see something. Like I would say Get Out. Get Out I think is an incredible movie. Where this I was excited I was hoping for Get Out levels. Get Out, let's call it a 9.5. This was like a 7.5 for me.
No way. Go rewatch Get Out. Get Out was just, it was the right timing. Get Out was like, he was kind of like, this is back when like woke was getting big and he made the villain white people. You like the trailer. You're like, oh, I got to watch this movie. And then you see the movie and it's like, oh, it's not just white people are the villains. It's a deeper level. And yeah, it's good. But I feel like Sinners was like historically accurate. It had the whole, like, I don't know. I remember I watched the Tales from the Crypt movie where you could put salt in front of your door and you had to ask to get in. And I'm like, yo, this is amazing. And when finally the lady's like, come on in, you asshole, you're like, damn, this shit is getting real. It's all right, man. It's
I
all right.
think I like the whole premise of it, but then all of a sudden it was like a 10-minute shitty vampire movie broke out in what was a good movie up until that point. Does that make like I think that you could just left out that 10-minute scene. I would have liked it. It just felt like
I
that was
thought
forced
I thought the scene that was forced, that was all right, is at the end of the movie,
at
they
the
just made
end.
Jordan have his like killer gun scene, killing all the Ku Klux
Yeah.
Klan. And I was like, I mean, it's great. Yeah, like when you write in the script, you're like, you're about to have a scene where we kill all these motherfucking racists.
Yeah.
As far as the movie goes, it wasn't needed. It wasn't.
Mm. And I just felt like the melting of like the vampires was just poorly. I don't know. I just think if you took, I loved all the ideas of it. Just it was like the weird vampire part. 10 minutes just kind of was.
I'm gonna be
shitty.
honest with you, bro. This is just my personal opinion because there's a lot of people on Twitter like this movie's not great, and they all got their little MAGA hats on.
Yeah.
And so my rule is, if you think the movie's not great and you don't want to be called racist, you got to post a picture of you with a black person hugged up or something. You got to find you and a
Yeah.
black girlfriend, whatever, whatever. You got to prove you're not racist to have a take that Sinners wasn't good. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, and I think it was good. I just don't think it was great. Like y'all are like, I think it's a 7.5 out of 10. So
Yeah. You know what? This podcast is over, bro. As I think about it, man.
Speaking of on the movies, still, have you watched Thunderbolts?
No, you know what? Let me show this. I went to the theater, right? I was just being bored and tired, and I got the movie pass, so I went to go buy a ticket to Thunderbolts. I go in the theater. I thought there was 2 people that watched it. It was empty. It was an empty theater, and Sinners was right next door to it. And I was like, I'm not about to watch this movie here by myself.
So you watched Sinners a second time?
So I went and watched Sinners again, man. It was a perfect way to die. And Sinners was sold out. It was like 1 seat in the back of it.
Yeah.
I don't know whose seat it was. Probably somebody went to the bathroom. But I sat down, didn't even watch Thunderbolts, man. That's how good Sinners was. That's how bad Thunderbolts was.
I will actually agree with you. Like Thunderbolts, everyone was saying it's the best Marvel movie since Endgame, and it was terrible. It was also weird. They went like the exact opposite way. So Marvel movies in the last, or Disney in general, there's at least like 4 gay people, 2 biracial marriages or interracial marriages, forced, like there's 100 different ethnicities, all this kind of stuff, which is fine. In this one, all of a sudden, Thunderbolts, no gay people and no people of any color. It was just like, why can't they just do a mix? You know?
Because, man, the crowd is like anti-woke. They're like, hey, if we see more than 2 minorities, we're going to boycott. They almost took Budweiser down, man. Budweiser almost went down off of one woman that may or may not have been trans. I don't even know. I ain't seen the ad. How can you tell someone's trans unless you see it? I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it was just a picture, right? Yeah, you're right.
I'm just
They're
saying.
Just saying.
If right now, if I was like Fraser's trans, you'd be like, maybe. I don't know. You wouldn't know until you've seen it. Oh, damn.
Like maybe that person, the Budweiser, her, him, whatever, I don't want a dead name, was just using that clout, was like not trans, just saying they were because they knew they could make money.
That's how you get you,
that
man.
Trans money.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to like Texas car dealerships because in the South they don't play that shit. And I'm gonna be like, hey man, you need me to market for you. Here's my price. And they'll be like, fuck here, get out of here. And I'm be like, this company's sport and train. Everybody's gonna boycott them. Hey man, you're destroying my business. All right. We're gonna get canceled for this, man.
I mean, I think we're hot topics. We need to have the hard truth.
Actually watch this show because it made me feel really. Oh man, she like he's funny, but he's a bit too much for me.
No, I don't think so. I think maybe that one thing we'll have to edit out at the start might be a little heavy, but
don't edit it out.
WNBA, since we talk sports here, I feel like they can't get out of their own way. They're crushing Caitlin Clark, who's like their golden ticket, and then Kelsey Plum, is that her name? She's been very. I mean, I always thought, what's his name, Darren Waller, her ex, was a weirdo, but now I'm starting to think that I get it. Like, did you see that video where fans were outside her hotel and she's like, "Oh no, gross! Like, I'm not. This is creepy and weird. Me signing autographs outside your hotel." It's like, what? You have fans finally, and now you don't want them in certain places? What are we doing?
I mean, if we're being honest, all women have fans. Right now, your lady go outside and somebody sitting outside like, "Hey, I've been waiting for you." So you gotta be careful. Can't give every fan attention. Now, people who love her basketball is different, but I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, there has to be a little bit of double standard. I mean, as most fans outside of the basketball arena can't rape LeBron James, but as a woman, you have a little caution and be like, "Yo, it's 5 a.m. Like, leave me alone." It's kind of weird.
It was like after a game in the middle of the day, and like there was people like outside getting team autographs. I would get like a little 3 a.m. She comes home, and the guy's like, "Hey."
What if it's the same guy? I'm just saying, what's the same guy? Everybody's just giving her shit. But I don't know. I think the WNBA is doing the right thing with Caitlin Clark. I think it's so easy. Anybody who's trying to market something, be like, "Oh, make this person great and destroy everybody, win 15 championships. Everybody's gonna love our sport." But that's not how movies are made. That's not how you get. You got to make that person be talked about in the media every day, and not just like, "Oh, they scored 60, they scored 70." But like, why does everybody hate this person? Wow, did she get fouled out? Look at this. You got to make her story tough. The Monstars, of course, year 6, she'll probably win a championship. She'll be great. But she got to get her ass whipped, man. That's part of anybody. Even Jesus got his ass whipped. You got to get
Mhm.
your ass whipped to be great. Caitlin Clark, take these hands. I think they should do one video where they just jump her and then show her like with the
Ooh.
Rihanna mugshot. And then then she comes back and she's like beating double teams and like getting swole. Like put her on steroids. I want to see Caitlin Clark on steroids. Just real fucking LeBron'd up and just fucking fouling bitches. That's what I want.
Yeah, I guess. Also, I think she was dating. She's rumored to be dating Sophie Cunningham, the girl that like got in a fight for her. So that's like some cool drama.
I thought she was she ain't part. I thought she was team straight.
I don't know. I've seen some videos where she's looking at Sophie like licking lips and stuff. Like
Man,
me and you at barbecue.
TikTok, bro. TikTok be doing shit like that. You can't even make eye contact with a friend and be like, damn, the nigga's gay. I seen a video. It was kind of funny. It was a girl. She was celebrating winning the Commissioner's Cup. And the girl behind her came up and acted like she was hitting it from behind. And she was like, no, don't do that. I'm from Indiana. People don't like that.
She's like, not when people can watch. I'm supposed to be the straight hero.
How many people, because I feel like the WNBA is weird. How many closeted lesbians are in the WNBA?
I don't know. I assume they can't be in the closet, right? It's probably like the opposite, like your closet straight.
There's people that got family members that are like, we don't play that gay shit. You know, I just feel like and maybe they're like open to the team, but like there's got to be at least one deeply closeted WNBA player.
Like Angel Reese.
Angel Reese? Oh, I would hate. I mean, I would like to see that, but Angel Reese is fine, bro. She got to find her. I feel like the first time I seen her, I was like, I don't get it. But then I seen a couple pictures, I'm like, maybe is this like Photoshop? Why is she looking so good in this photo? Like to a point, I need her to be better than Caitlin Clark just because she's fine. Caitlin Clark she ain't it for me, bro. Yeah, maybe I got bad white girl taste. Maybe she's fine. No,
you're fine on that one.
Okay, but she's cold. She's a good player.
Yeah, she's nice. Reese, like Reese said that the league is fixed as well. And like other players, I just feel like the WNBA, they need to just embrace some sort of WWE and like, you know, just more fights and like gossip, almost like the Bachelor, Bachelorette meets basketball. Because that's what people got interested in the Sophie Cunningham stuff. They're getting interested in the girl fights. That's what people want. Give them what they want.
We want the reality series. We want real housewives of the WNBA. Cut all this natural playing ball shit you're doing. Start fighting. Start making scenes. Let's get some video footage of all the girls at dinner.
Yeah. They need like a Netflix show. Just make it the WNBA a Netflix series.
That'd be perfect. You know what's hilarious though? There was these guys that had a prop bet. I don't know why they had this prop bet. It was like, well, Angel Reese missed her first field goal attempt. Yeah. And like the first one, she'd lose. They were like, no, but then they persevered. And they were putting heavy money. It was like 5 guys putting together their salaries.
Yeah.
It was like $50,000 on this. And they were up like $270,000 before the book took the prop down. And I feel like in a weird way, that's probably the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
We should do that with like Anthony Richardson completions, like just so it's not sexist. Who else is terrible at basketball?
You're right. Anthony Richardson he's the best worst player you've ever seen in your life, or the worst best player you've ever seen in your life. But he's not bad. I'm gonna draft him, even though he might not even start. I'm gonna draft him.
That's crazy. Daniel Jones is looking like he's in line to start from just being a better player somehow, and also because Richardson's injured.
You see, and this is Daniel Jones to me is the embodiment of a guy. Like if Daniel Jones can make it in the NFL, I still think I should keep staying in shape just in case. I don't think Daniel Jones is that much better than me at football.
I get it. It's also crazy that some GM paid him a ton of money on a second contract, like that because he won one playoff game against the Vikings and Kirk Cousins.
This is the same people who think Sinners is not a good movie. The people who like Daniel Jones and be like, "This guy's great," but that Sinners movie is terrible.
Yeah, no, I'll go with you on that one. More sports. Do you think LeBron drama is real, or is that just made up by the media?
I mean, if we're being honest, I don't know what LeBron is still playing for. I don't. He just got to love it. I get it when he was like, "I want to play with my son." And then his son came and played. And I thought even then, I was like, that's going to be a long time. And he's still here, but he has all the records. He played with his son. He's not going to win a championship anytime soon. I think at the end of the day, he's just trying to get one little farewell tour. I would love to
Yeah.
see it. All the LeBron clips and how many points he scored against every team. And if that's the case, man, I don't want to see him get his ass whipped with Luka. They don't have nobody on defense, bro. Luka,
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, Aiton. They need
Mm.
they gonna need somebody like who's a lockdown defender. They need OG Anunoby. They need a
Yeah.
house
It's like
ugly
they can't
motherfucker. Just
afford
slap the shit out of people. They need
Ben Wallace to come out of
yeah.
retirement.
Who's the biggest fighter right now? Who's the person you think would throw hands in the NBA right now? Who's the
Ron
person
Holland, the Pistons.
he fights?
Yeah, that's all he does. He's like a hockey player.
Oh no, who's the guy? Isaiah Stewart's the one they need. That motherfucker be
yeah.
ready to fight. Yeah.
That's good. He's a big body too.
He wants to fight LeBron now. Like I don't know. I just
Oh yeah, that's right.
they gotta have one of those in locker room one-on-one fights that everybody shares the news about on podcasts, but nobody sees footage. I'd love to see that.
I would love to see who do you think would like can LeBron fight, do you think? Like against someone his own size? Man, he's the most athletic dude on earth, right?
If we ever seen LeBron get his ass whipped, that would hurt black people as a whole. That's one of our ones, bro. Like he's got to be. He's almost on like a mystic, like Greek god level. Like my theory is, in 1,000 years, they're gonna be Church of LeBron, Church of Jordan, and they're gonna beef. It's gonna be like Muhammad and Jesus, bro.
Like the Gaza Strip, but for basketball.
Yeah, it's gonna be like we're bombing this in the house of LeBron.
Do you think? I wonder if Jordan and LeBron have ever gotten in fights, and they're like, since Jordan was famous, let's say when he was 26, and LeBron's been famous since he was 18. Like, I wonder if they've actually gotten legit fights.
This is my goal because I'm not sure if I can fight. I got too many older brothers. I ain't been in a fight in so long that I'm not sure I have it. But if I ever get really, really rich, I'm gonna hire someone to be in my entourage solely to knock motherfuckers out that try me. Like just that guy. I don't, Chris Carter's the fall guy. Like they say Ray Lewis got a body on him. I'm like, I don't need that. I want somebody else to have a body on him. Like when you're getting paid in the bottle service, shit go down, you got to take the charge. But that's what I would have. So if I'm LeBron or Jordan, if I'm physically fighting somebody, my circle ain't right.
That makes sense. So you think probably not ever been in a fight before? Like even in the court or nothing? Probably not, huh?
Nah. Biggest fight they got is internal. Looking in the mirror. That self-hate. Be like, you are the GOAT. You're not the GOAT. You think LeBron has negative self-talk? God damn it, LeBron, you suck.
It is weird that he was always like dramatic. I just wish he would cut out some of the stuff, just like little sprinkles of drama. I'm like, you're the greatest of all time aside from Jordan. Stop with this nonsense.
Man, I don't know. Ever since you moved to Texas, you don't like centers. You wish LeBron wasn't a drama.
I love LeBron.
I don't know what's going on over there. We're going to get you out of there. You're not even a comedian anymore.
Speaking of racism, Utah, I feel like there's always a player in like the NCAA tournament that you watch and you're like, I can't wait. I hope that this like person goes to the Lakers or the Knicks or somewhere like fun that you're going to watch games. It's like Walter Clayton Jr. from Florida was that dude. And then it's like drafted by Utah. I'm like, fuck. So I'm never going to watch a Utah game.
I thought this was an Ace Bailey thing. I think Ace Bailey's more hilarious.
He is more hilarious, but he's like an actual good player. Walter Clayton was just like
Did
good
you watch
in the
his like press conference? He was like, I don't want to be drafted by you. I'm not going to meetings. And I think this is what NIL does. When people got NIL money, they're like, I'm rich already. Why do I care? But I'm like, yo, like they drafted you 5th overall. Like, be happy, enthused. And he's just like, whatever, man. Let's get these years over with, bro.
2 NIL thoughts too. Is Arch Manning great?
No, he's name brand.
Right. Like I just feel like if he was this amazing, he would have beat out Quinn Ewers. Like when he had the job, he wouldn't have lost it.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to hide it. I don't like the whole Arch. If your last name is Manning, don't put you in the Lamar Jackson category. Why are people like, he's so fast. He's the next electrifier. He's going to break all the Russian records. Sorry, bro. If your last name is Manning, I'm going to take the under.
Yeah. I'm excited to see. I think he's going to be a, what's the word we're looking for? Like Caitlin Clark and LeBron, where they're you can argue them. What's the word I'm looking for? Like you either take one side or the other. I think that's going to be Arch Manning if he doesn't do amazing things.
It's going to be great. I think his arch nemesis is going to be Shedeur Sanders and Arch Manning going at it, bro. They're going to be that's going to be the rivalry. And I think it's going to be who can have more seasons in the NFL. I don't think either one of them are great.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, I wonder because obviously everyone says Arch Manning's a surefire number one pick in the draft, or if he stays in college this year, the next year is number one pick in the draft. It's
And you got
crazy.
that from what? Him being a Manning brother? Was he that
That's
great in high school?
I guess he was in high
Usually when
school,
people
but
say that, that means you're NFL ready already. That's usually when they're like, this guy,
mhm.
LeBron was NBA ready already. Myles Garrett is NFL ready. You saw that on the field.
Yeah.
Nothing about Archie Manning says this guy would be any good if you put him as a starting quarterback for the Colts.
It's gonna be interesting. That's the word. It's not the word that wasn't greatness I was looking for. I'm saying like he's the combative. Like you argue either side. But
To be
yes, I
honest with
agree.
you, in my personal opinion, if you're a nepotism baby, you're
Hmm.
not even great unless your father wasn't involved. Like, if your father's involved, you suck as a nepotism baby. You had life too good. I think Scottie Pippen Jr., you could just tell Scotty, he got all them kids. Scotty wasn't around. That's why his son's in the NBA.
Yeah, that's
Jordan,
fair.
Jordan's son, that nigga chose ball over family. LeBron's son is in there because of nepotism.
Yeah.
I broke. I was trying not to gamble, and I gambled on the last game of the NBA. I was like, oh, Bronny's starting. He's going to take as many shots as he wants. It doesn't matter. Over 15 points. And the guy shot enough shots. He should have easily got 15 points. Guess how many points he had?
Oh no, I thought you did get over 50. I thought he
He
had a
had
good game.
4 fucking points, man. He was in there
Uh,
because his damn daddy. He's in the NBA because his damn daddy. He is not him.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm not gonna argue. That's for sure. Uh,
Arch
and
Manning is going to suck. Take the under on every one of Arch Manning's prop bets.
ooh, I like it. That's the zag I was looking for. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm not buying into the hype train yet, but we'll see. Um, Texas Tech NIL money is insane. Have you watched Landman? Probably not.
No,
It's
what's
real.
Landman? Tell me about it.
It's real good. It's the same dude that does Yellowstone. It's basically the exact same show, but just in West Texas, and they all wear Texas Tech hats, and they all go to Texas Tech, which is kind of cool. But like our NIL money is just insane. So my question is, oh, that's what I was going to ask you. So if you're Patrick Mahomes, right, went to Texas Tech or any school, but let's use Mahomes. I'm signing a deal with Nike or with Kraft or what other sponsor. Do you think there's some like behind the scenes where he goes, look, I'll sign with you, Kraft or Dell, whatever it is, but you got to donate 5 million to my nonprofit, which is like Texas Tech and sponsor Texas Tech. Does that make sense? Because I feel like that's where the money's coming from in those kind of ideas.
Oh, it's coming from oil money.
Oh, of course, that as well. Major
Yeah,
oil money.
Texas Tech, they were paying people under the table before NIL. What makes
Well,
you think good athletes will go there? Texas Tech.
we didn't
Lubbock.
have any good athletes. We had like three. We had Darvin Ham, Michael Crabtree,
No, there's some guys that came from Texas Tech. Texas Tech
Zach Thomas.
always gets a 5-star recruit they're not supposed to get.
No, we haven't had a 5-star recruit. Now we're killing it, but pre NIL, man.
Bro, they almost recruited me. Texas Tech does much better than they should. El Paso and Texas Tech are similar to me. UTEP and Texas Tech are two cities you wouldn't want to fucking go to unless you love cow tipping and having sex with white women. I just don't think Miami's the kind of school you would go to outside of money to be like, this is the best school ever. I get to party with celebrities, drive fresh cars, and be with two model women that look like Eva Mendes. Texas Tech is like, you better pay me in order for me to go to this school. It's 154 degrees outside.
It's actually not that too bad, and it is way better than UTEP. So let's not even put UTEP and Texas Tech in the same class. I'm sorry.
Outside, take away the prestige of what they've been able to accomplish based off of under the table NIL deals. What's better? I think El Paso's a better city than Lubbock. At least you got Juarez. You can get involved with the cartel.
Yeah, I think the cartel definitely. Yeah, I mean, I don't know which city's better. They're both not great to live in. Great
El
college
Paso's
town.
better than Lubbock. I guarantee you that.
Have you been to El Paso? I've been. It's not that good.
Answer me this question. If you were a trans woman, you became a woman, which place would be a better place to live in, El Paso or Lubbock?
I don't know. Probably maybe El Paso just because you could go across the border.
You think they treat trans women better in Juarez?
I don't know. Maybe they, I don't know what they do down there in Juarez.
This is a trick question. I think both of them, it would be better because you're going to prison. They're going to put you in jail for something, and then you get to be a woman all you want.
I love the hate on Texas. It's great. Speaking of Miami, do you think Quinn Ewers will supplant Tua in the next couple years? Or is he just trash?
Yeah, I don't think neither one of them are good.
No.
I think players are becoming worse. I don't know why quarterbacks are just not as good anymore. You think they're good?
It's weird that we have all these advancements and stuff, and we can't like see who's a good quarterback or not. Like missing on quarterbacks nonstop or missing on players is just weird. That yeah, and like with all the coaching advancements, you got your little one in there.
Yeah, come say hi. Look at she's shy. Close the door. I'm gonna be done in a little bit. She wants me. It makes me feel good. She's
Great. What were we saying? Oh yeah, quarterbacks. Just with all the advancements, you would think that we'd have better quarterbacks. So yeah, to answer your question, I don't know.
I think that the truth is they're getting too much praise too quickly. The world became internationally known, and so people are becoming good quarterbacks, and the whole world's like, this kid's going to change the game. And I think in life, you kind of need a chip on your shoulder. You need people to think you're worse than you are so you can be great. And I think that's what we're missing now. I think we need 5th round, 6th round quarterbacks. Brock Purdy getting drafted in the 7th round. He's the best of all those guys. And that's what you need. And I think too many of these guys, Arch Mannings and Quinn Ewers, are like, oh, $10 million deals. You're so great that they never develop into being good. They need women to curve them. That's part of every hero's story is trauma. To balance out, persevere. And these quarterbacks aren't being treated like gods at 15. So yeah, fuck them. Fuck them all.
I think also coaching is a big issue with it. Like, who was it? Your quarterback in Miami. He wasn't recruited out of high school because his coach just wanted to win games, so they just had him running nonstop and never throwing the ball. And Stan Van Gundy had this big speech about how coaches are ruining basketball because you're coaching these kids to win. You're not coaching them to be talented. Like you're doing just cheat codes for, oh, I've got a fast kid, I'm just going to run him to the basket every time, just like they did with the number one pick in the draft. What's his name? Why can't I even think of it?
Which one?
Went to Tennessee from Miami.
Oh,
your quarterback.
Yeah, Cam Ward.
Happened to Cam Ward, where he was just like, they just made him run nonstop, so he never learned to throw, and then he had to go to a terrible school, and then he blossomed.
I think I hope he keeps good because his story was the perseverance tale. Like,
yeah,
he offers, and then he went to Washington State and he was balling, but nobody gave him anything. And then Miami he finally got his flowers, so hopefully he keeps that going. But
I love Cam Ward from that exactly. I think he's persevered.
I've never seen a more relaxed player. I know how bad our line was at times last year, and he would just be sitting back there like he has 100% faith that God Almighty is blocking for him. Because I'm like, get rid of the ball. So yeah, he's calm. He's comfortable. He's good.
Yeah.
I don't like the way he TikToks though. You don't have to. Sometimes people don't have the right shit talking. Like I like a motherfucker that really know. Him and Shador Sanders would shoot his shit talking, and I was like, feels like I'm watching two autistic kids fighting over Jello. It didn't feel like it was good shit talking. I like when I like that. I'm a top tier shit talker. I'm saying funny jokes. I'm doing dances. They were both talking slow, like, I'm gonna be a better quarterback than you because all my women got watches. And you're like, huh?
My daddy said.
Also, I think NIL's running football. I think I've talked about this. I seen Shador Sanders gifted one of his linemen a Rolls Royce in Boulder, Colorado. There's nobody drives a Rolls Royce in Boulder, Colorado. And now some 17-year-old dude is driving a boat, drunk driving a Rolls Royce around Boulder, Colorado. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Take it back.
I was anti-NIL until Texas Tech became all of a sudden the kings of NIL. So now it's the greatest thing on earth to me. Like, let's get more NIL. I'm here for it.
2 to 3 games in the first 6, they're going to implode on themselves.
We always play shitty teams in the first. We're great in the first 6 games.
If they go undefeated at first 6, they're going to be a problem. If they lose 2 to 3 games, they're going to start fighting with each other because nobody's there for teamwork. They're there for money. Just giving you that answer.
All right, I like it. Anything else on the NFL, like off seasons you've liked? We got to do an NFL podcast soon.
Oh yeah, a little teaser. I'm surprised. I don't think there's any clear frontrunner. I know the Eagles are great, and it's kind of hard to stop that tandem of offense. But I think I'm not sure any team's going to be great. The Ravens. It'd be kind of cool to see the Ravens versus the Eagles in the championship. I think that might be the best matchup we'll get.
I like the NFC.
They got Jair, like now that Marlon Humphreys, Jair Humphreys, Kyle Hamilton,
Jared, yeah. I like the NFC because literally there's 8 teams who can win. I think there's only 3 teams that will win in the AFC, right? You've got the Bills, Mahomes, and the Ravens. I mean, that's really it. Where the
Wait,
NFC,
no,
I think anyone can win.
Cincinnati's always a threat.
Hell, they didn't make the playoffs last year. They have zero defense, and not only that, they're not even going to sign their only defensive player, and they're not even signing their first-round draft pick as a defender. They're the dumbest organization on earth.
That's 3D chess, bro. The NFL wants you to score points. They're giving pass interferences and all this shit. Why invest in defense when you can't even use it, right? You got the highest paid corner, and every time he goes out there, he gets a pass interference call. No, pay your offense, bro. Highest paid, two of the highest paid receivers. They just need to get a good running back, man. They need to trade for. They should have got Amir Abdullah. Like somebody, if they get a good running back, their offense are going to score.
You want my sleeper pick of the NFL fantasy?
Yeah,
their running back, man. They got Texas Tech's running back, who is an absolute animal. Records all over the place.
What's his name?
Of course, his name just escaped me.
Yeah, this guy knows football. This guy's Canadian. He likes watching soccer. This guy doesn't know anything about football. He's cosplaying over here, man.
Jesus, why can't I remember his name?
ChatGPT. Hey, who's the running back for the Texans?
Taj Brooks. Thank you.
What?
Taj Brooks.
Oh, okay. That's a tough name. That's a tough name. That name sounds like a badass. Like you can't have a name like Taj Brooks and be doing regular shit like a mailman.
That's true. And he runs through people. He was like an old school running back, so I think he's going to do good. But still, the Bengals are trash.
Nick Chubb still not signed?
I don't think he has. Good question.
No, injury, but Nick Chubb has always been like a workhorse. All I want to do is play football. I just want to play football.
And they always say like his injury, even people forget that it takes a year and a half to kind of get better from those kind of things. They say, oh, only a year, but I think we're really seeing it takes a year and a half, 2 years to get back to right.
You want to hear something? This is going to surprise you. I don't do gruesome injuries at all. I don't watch them. If I hear people's side effects, I'm not watching it. I close my eyes. I've never seen I didn't see the Nick Chubb injury. There was another injury that was real bad. I didn't watch it all too. I don't watch Ed
McCaffrey.
I don't watch
since you're in Denver.
I don't watch the Willis McGahee one. I don't watch any gruesome injury. I'm sorry. I'm with you. Watch any scary movie, but if you show me a video of gruesome injuries, I'm throwing up.
Speaking of injuries, the NBA, 2 postseasons in a row, we've lost 33% of like the best players to injuries. Like they need to shorten game times or the amount of games. It's never gonna happen.
Who got injured?
This year, Tatum, Dame, LeBron says he was injured. Aaron Gordon.
Okay. You're right.
Halliburton.
I thought it was someone else. Hey, how do you feel about KD?
I think he's just too old, but I like the Houston. I think it's going to be, if KD can stay healthy, which he's only done once in the last 6 years. I like that team.
I think KD is really good. I just feel like he gets a lot of accolades, and I'm like, I don't know if he's earned that. He's like, people always put him like in the top scorers. Is he better than Allen Iverson?
Yes.
How's he
you
better?
Love Allen Iverson. You're ridiculous. You even think Dwayne Wade is better,
bro.
Allen Iverson is great to watch. Don't get me wrong, but KD is the most unstoppable offensive guy ever. Maybe not ever, but
I got you. I'm cutting this interview short. My daughter wants to see me twice, bro. I know you're not gonna like this, bro, but I got to be a father. It's hard to be a great podcaster and a great father. And so
I get it.
Your child is looking for you. If anybody's looking for Fraser's child, especially if you want to touch him and rub him, they're right now. They're somewhere in Texas. All right.
Touch him and rub him.
Isn't that what you're scared of?
No, well, just like on TikTok, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I would be scared of that. That is one of the things I'm scared of. So yeah,
that's really bad because if anything happened to him and I did that, I would feel really shitty. So I take that back, guys. They're somewhere in Idaho. Look in Idaho, you'll find them.
Yeah.
All right.
Boise.
You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? My daughter's scared of the camera right now, but she's gonna be a YouTube star. We're working on a YouTube channel. So
perfect.
Yeah.
That coincides. Jared Quay Campbell, Fraser LeVay podcast.
All right.
See you guys later.